Shalom, family. Shalom, True Royal.
Can you hear
Can
me,
you hear me?
Lisa? Clear?
I can hear you. I
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I got to do one more thing real quick here.
That's okay. Take
Where
your
is
time. Shalom to everybody in the chat. I know this was not a lot of time, but we just wanted to do a quick live stream to give you an update on what's going on with True Royal and things going on in her life.
Okay. Let me. Where was I? Oh Lord. Oh, there I go. Okay. Okay. I'm there.
Okay.
Okay. Can y'all hear me well? Just let everybody. I want to make sure. I know Lisa can hear me.
hmm Please give a one if you can hear True Royal. Please give me a one in the chat.
Hello. How's the royal family?
Okay, Hood Mistress says, okay, yes, yes, one. Okay, I think it's good.
Hmm.
Okay, we got a bunch of ones now.
Okay. All right. That's good. Because I was having some issues with my other computer.
Okay.
Mm. Hmm. This
All
is
right.
hard, Lisa.
I know it's hard. I know it is. Take your time.
Oh boy. Just forgive me for being so emotional. So anyway, I had got some news this morning that my husband has cancer. And I've been dealing with my medical issues and behind the scenes, Lisa been I've been keeping her abreast of what's going on and oh my goodness, he's my backbone. Damn. So my husband has cancer. They did catch it early, and he's been taking care of me, and now I got to deal with his issues. And he's going to have surgery soon. It's just been a rough day. Oh my goodness. Mm. Oh, I just usually I'm not lost for words. This one blindsided me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. And so we're just like strapped with medical bills. I mean, they just coming everywhere. And we were trying to tackle mines, and now we're gonna have to deal with his issues and everything. And so, first and foremost, I'm asking folks for prayers. I believe in the power of prayer. I truly do.
Mm-hmm.
And and I thank Lisa for always being there to support us. It's just kind of hard to talk right now, Lisa.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean, look, it actually hurts my heart because it takes me down memory lane of when my father came to my house to tell me he had cancer.
Uh-huh.
And I will never forget that. It's just certain things you just don't expect to happen.
No, and he's
And-
so on top of his health. I mean, the man, you know, he takes care of himself. He's in. I mean, if you see him, he's in excellent shape. He's almost 70 years old, and if you, especially when it comes to us, when we take care of ourselves, we don't even look our age,
Mhm.
and we just didn't see anything like this coming.
Right.
But he knew something was wrong,
Mhm.
because his blood pressure was bothering him, and he's very sensitive, and he just kept going back and forth to the hospital, going to his doctor, and then Lisa suggested that we change our doctors, and that was the best thing ever that happened. We got good black physicians that were on top of it. So they did, catch it early. But, when you hear that word, it frightens you to some extent.
Mhm. Yes, it
And
does.
so technically, he has uh, cancer on his kidney. I forget. I think he said in his left side.
Mhm.
And that's what he has. And I have a terrible cold that I caught from my grandkids, and then I'm crying on top of that. So that don't make it not any better and everything. And so, and like I said, I'm still dealing with my health issues. I had to learn how to rewalk. Oh wow. Um, I live in pain. And yes, we hood mistress. Yes, we're taking the holistic approach too as well. Uh, because I'm big on that. I'm really big on that.
Mhm.
Like I said, I just didn't think Amari, because we depend on him so much, the whole family. And when he said that, I was just like blown away. Just really
Mhm.
blown away. Whew. I
Yeah.
just think,
Yeah. I mean, all you can do is take it one day at a time. But like we were talking about earlier, yeah, it really is a must to look at alternatives.
uh-huh,
You know, because surgery is so extreme. It
uh-huh,
really is, and and you gotta factor in the recovery time for him and everything. Yeah,
mhm,
gonna be
uh-huh, yes.
gonna be
And
very tough.
yeah, and so Western medicine, they just real quick to cut stuff out of you, and
Mhm.
and run radiation through you, and that's horrible. And do chemo, all that stuff would just eat you alive.
Mhm.
Because my mother
Exactly.
had it, and she didn't make it at all. My
Yeah.
mother had lung cancer,
Mhm.
and I my mother was a very small woman, and when she would get like the common cold, it would just knock her down. So I knew when she had cancer, I knew my mother wasn't gonna make it. I prayed for her to go because
Mhm.
she was suffering.
Yeah.
But I didn't. The only thing was I didn't witness my mother ill. I just had to hear it over the phone, you know.
Mhm.
So I mean, if you look at him, you wouldn't know anything is wrong at this point. But
Yeah.
we're just gonna have to deal with it.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm dealing with behind the scenes, um, and everything. I'm really lost for words because
Mhm.
usually when I get in a stressful situation, I get quiet, you
Yeah.
know, and stay to myself, and I'm happy to speak.
Yeah. My when my father had his chemo and radiation,
Uh-huh.
uh, the radiation, he seemed okay, but the
Uh-huh.
chemo, oh man, it was like the chemo for the next few days, he was bedridden
Yeah, I
from
heard that stuff is aw
it.
my mother said that stuff is awful.
Mhm.
I never forget her saying that.
Mhm.
And I remember being told that I wouldn't even recognize my mother, and I just couldn't fathom what that would look like.
Mhm.
And I just pray that my husband don't have to go through anything drastic like that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I watched my father go from a 285-pound man down to probably 150 pounds by the time he went.
Lord have mercy.
I never saw him that small before. It was very dramatic, because
Mhm.
I always seen him as this big man, and he was in proportion with his height and everything, but When
Mhm.
I saw how skinny and frail he looked, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, for one thing, look at it this way. You're at a much better advantage now
Mhm.
than you were back then. I mean, there's so many things you know now as far as things he can do to work on the cancer that you probably didn't have knowledge of when your mom was around.
True. Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
you really are at a much better advantage now.
Yes. 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 And and it's good for me to stay active and research because it's so easy when you're helping other people, but then when it's like in your household, it's totally different dealing with a family member dealing with health issues,
Mhm.
because you're not actively there,
Mhm.
and I don't know what type of journey that we're gonna go through, and
Mhm.
and everything, and me not having actual siblings. I don't, it didn't bother me when I was a child, but as an adult, it sucks being an only child. I don't have any siblings.
Mhm.
So I cherish friendship greatly. I really do. And I don't look at Lisa as a friend. I look at her as a sister. Um, and let's go have to deal with this one day at a time.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. And you'll get through it. You'll
Uh,
get through it better than you think.
yes. Yes. So the doctors don't seem to be totally worried, um, but they make it sound so simple. Like, oh, you got to do this and that, but you have to get your mind prepared and your body prepared for surgery. It's more than a notion just to have surgery. Because I've had a number of surgeries, and I
Mhm.
always prepared myself. And so we're not just gonna just like jump up and just throw him on a table. But we have to be diligent about this too as well. And
Yes.
that's basically what's going on in my life. That's what I'm dealing with at this point.
Mhm.
And forgive me, I got an awful cold. I had my grandkids with me for 9 days, and I had four of them, and three of them were sick, and they left me a little package. And
Mhm. Now I can't hear. Are you still there?
I'm like, yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Just went silent there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, my
All
my
right.
computer was acting up a little bit. No, somebody said that they were afraid. They said they're scared to go to the doctor. No, don't be afraid. It's important to get those tests run and everything.
Mhm.
Um, um, Muhammad, I have a new number, so email me behind the scenes if I forget to email you, so I can give you my new phone number. And because we haven't talked in a while, uh, and everything, we could talk behind the scenes.
Mhm.
And stuff. But no, don't ignore your health, because my daughter, um she just went to her uncle's funeral last week. He had cancer, and he wouldn't get no treatment. He wouldn't even do anything alternative. And then when he finally did decide to get treatment, it was all over his entire body, and he
Mhm.
died. That
Yeah.
don't make sense. That part don't make sense to me at all.
Mhm.
He didn't want nothing done. He just thought, I'll just ignore it. And when my daughter called me 2 weeks ago and told me that her uncle had passed, I was like, damn. And then when I talked to her, her father about it, and he said he just ignored the cancer.
Mhm.
That ain't gonna help.
Relative that did that too.
Uh huh.
It was Kim. It got so bad we couldn't even move him anymore
Wow.
because every time we moved him, like his skin was coming off. It was disgusting. But he wouldn't get help.
Now, who did that again? Say that again.
I said it got so bad with his cancer, we couldn't even move him anymore because if you tried to shift him around in the bed, his skin would start coming off.
Now, who was this?
My uncle.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it got that bad. He didn't get treatment either. He didn't want it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that part don't make sense to me because then I can't imagine what your family had to go through to see that, you know?
Mhm.
And then you at that state,
Mhm.
you have to get up and fight this thing. And it's ironic that this happened because I had just watched a documentary about Bart Marley, and then I watched a Bart Marley movie
Mhm.
and how he wouldn't deal with his cancer. And they said it was all in his brain, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
It was really bad on Bart Marley.
He was so young too.
Yeah, he was 36 years old. I remember the day he passed. I never forget that day.
Mhm.
And you just can't ignore it. If you want to take the alternative route, you got to tackle it with that, you know. And those things work. I believe in it because my dad had a herbal shop when I was a child. And now, the beauty is we have the internet and there's so many treatments,
Yes.
you know. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I don't know why people fear these things. You take the test, find out what's going on, and then take the next step because that thing will grow. It's a monster.
Mhm.
It can be a monster. So don't fear. I hate going to the doctor, but I go. I go. I'm left. I share something with y'all about myself. I've been living in pain since the age of 13 years old. And I hid that pain for years. Only my mother knew. And then the type of work that I did as a welder, we abuse our body working out in that field. And what happened was when I could not 7 months ago could not walk, I couldn't hide it no more from my family. I told my husband, I said, if y'all knew the pain that I really live in, it would piss you off. It would really piss you off. And there's a number of y'all I have connected with behind the scene that lives in pain. You just don't. It's just part of my life. But I couldn't hide it no more.
Mhm.
You know, and then the stigma that comes with taking opiates. Um, that's why a lot of time people that live in pain don't like talking about it because they know that you got to take me sleepy. Opiates, when I take it, I can get through the day. I don't have to live in pain. But you're not 100% out of pain. Now, what they're doing in the industry is they don't want to give you no pain pills.
Mhm.
They don't want to give. They want you to meditate and talk to a therapist, and you in excruciating pain. But then the doctors are the one
Yeah,
that
meantime,
prescribe
they're
it.
in the meantime, they're giving white people 500 pills at a time.
Ain't nobody never gave me no 500 pills. There ain't no way. It ain't no way. And it's so bad right now. The medication that I normally take for my pain, my
Mm,
doctor put a prescription in last month. They don't have it nowhere in the Bay Area.
I believe it. There's been a shortage going on, believe
Hmm.
it or not, since the pandemic.
Uh-huh. I take a medication called Dilaudid,
Mhm.
and they cannot find it nowhere. They had to break down and just give me another type of pain medication. It
Wow.
is totally out of stock.
Mhm.
Wow. 180 pills a month. Wow, I never even got that. The most I ever got is 90, but not 180. No. But it's the stigma that they want to put on it. And it ain't the junkie on the street. It's the doctor that writes the prescription. Because when I went out, the last time I went to the doctor, this white lady told me that in the mining industry, the company doctor would prescribe the minors 3 and 400 pills a month. So then you think you got a whole crew, and the majority of the crew got 5 and 600 pills a month. You got a whole crew of junkies.
Right.
That don't even make sense,
Mhm.
you know? And so now they go from one extreme to the next. Now they don't want to prescribe nothing. So it affects people who legitimately live in pain.
Right.
Yeah, it really does. And stuff. And I see what you put, Muhammad. You say you just stop cold turkey. But if you really live in pain, you really live in pain. So there's different, like I said, there's stigmas that's put on things.
Yes.
And it's awful.
Freedom 2020, thank you so much for the super chat. The cancer is in most of the food. Try
Hmm.
to eat healthy as possible. Yes, I mean yeah, yeah. I mean the food has always been a big factor.
Yes, it is. It's
All
too.
kinds of unnecessary things in food.
Uh-huh. Yes, it I didn't know until a few years ago. I was reading an article. I didn't know that our body makes cancer every day. I didn't know
Mhm,
that. That was
mhm,
very shocking to me. Very shocking. The things that you learn, and we got to make sure we drink the proper type of water, and we need to eat food that's not overly processed, because our stuff is just killing us.
mhm.
Stuff ain't good.
Yeah,
Eat that mess. Eat that mess at all.
yeah.
And
I mean, even I do alternative things to pain myself.
mm-hmm.
At
Mm-hmm.
this time of the year, I get a lot of sinus headaches. I always get a sinus infection every single year.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you heard of the TENS machine, little
No.
handheld machine. Well,
Uh-huh.
it shocks you. You put electrodes on it, and what I do is I put them on both sides of my temple, and I'll just zap it, opposed to taking pills. It's
Mm-hmm.
like hit or miss. Some days it works great, and
Mm-hmm.
then other days, it doesn't help. It really depends on how bad the pain is.
Yeah. What somebody put here? I've tried cannabis before. I don't like it.
Mhm.
I don't like the way it make me feel. It's this just not me.
They
I
gave
can't
my
do
father a lot of it when
it.
he had cancer, and he didn't smoke none of it. He took
Mm-hmm.
it though, but he took it when they offered it, but he didn't
Uh-huh.
smoke one drop of it.
Yeah, I tried it, and it was the weirdest feeling in my brain. And and I was like, no, that's not me. I can't do that. I left that alone. And I have tried alternative. I have tried acupuncture, and it didn't work for me.
Mhm.
And and I have tried not to take it, and pain wakes me up in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
Literally, I'll just wake straight up, and it's like I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. So that's just something I have to just deal with.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You know how sometimes you're so close to your parents that they know you don't even have to open your mouth. I remember one day my mom and I were sitting across the table and we were eating dinner together.
Hmm.
And she looked over at me because she knows, I always get the sinus problems even when I was growing up. I'm sitting there talking and I'm not mentioning my pain or nothing. We're just talking back and forth. And my mother looked at me and said, "Why haven't you done anything about that headache?" And I was like,
Wow.
"What the hell? You know I got a headache."
Wow.
I said, "Boy, your family knows you so well sometimes." Oh, I
Mhm.
do red light therapy almost every day. I do it every day.
Wow.
I do infrared and red light therapy damn near every day.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I think it has built up my immunity.
Oh, that's good.
But
Mhm.
yeah, but it was funny. I was like, how the hell? But I said, I guess she knows me. She
Mhm.
knows. She said, I can see it all over your face.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, like with my children, I can look across the room in their eyes, and I know I can tell. I have four. I can tell which one is hungry, which one got an attitude, and they can have no expression on their face. I can just see it in their eyes. I just know it. I
Mm,
know them that well. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing.
I mean, my son, he just got past the stomach flu that he had about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, and just looking, it was so painful for him. There's a terrible one going around in
I
New Jersey.
know. When I had my grandkids with me, they spent 9 days with me, Lisa. Um, three of them were sick. One was throwing up in the car. Well, he was throwing up outside the car, in the car. Then when we got home, he threw up all in the bathroom.
Hmm.
Then that night, my oldest grandson was screaming in pain. His stomach was hurting. I finally dealt with that. Then the next day, my granddaughter, and she's so small, that girl threw up over 15 times. And
Hmm.
I was like, it ain't nothing left. And she was saying that her stomach was hurting real
Yeah,
bad.
so she was kept pushing and pushing all
Oh,
this stuff. Yeah, that you become sore. But
uh-huh.
he didn't throw up a lot, but he felt nauseated.
Ooh, poor thing.
So what I did was I got him some Dramamine,
Mm-hmm.
and he took that and he said, yeah, it was helping it, that feeling go away.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the only thing I could think of giving him.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I had I gave her some of the same thing. Well, both of them the same thing. But what was amazing was three of them was sick and one wasn't affected at all, and he was laying right next to him. It didn't affect
Well,
him one bit.
Lady D, the one that's out in New Jersey, it can last up to 14 days.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, you got to look it up. This is one that hit the region, I would say like back in 2023. But yeah, when you get this stomach flu, this virus that's
Mm,
out, it can last up to 14 days.
damn. Ooh.
And there are people that, locally that have reported losing up to 35 pounds
Oh my goodness.
in that period of time of having this stomach flu.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I was afraid of because you're dealing with children, and this child threw up all night.
Mhm.
And I said it I mean, she only 9 years old and she's thin.
Yeah.
And I gave her Gatorade, I gave her mineral water to put the electric lights back and everything. And the next day she just bounced back like it wasn't nothing wrong with her.
Oh yeah, kids always bounce back faster than adults. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they was just really sick. But yeah, I had kind of briefly heard there was some kind of stomach bug out there that was
Yeah.
really bad. But I
It
didn't know it could last up to 14 days.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. Yes, it and some people had to be hospitalized. It was so bad for them.
Mhm. Mm,
Mhm.
mm, mm. What a shame. What a
Yeah.
shame. So what I did was I put up a GoFund for
All
my
right, hold
husband,
on. Imma share the screen and show it.
and the picture is kind of off. I'm gonna have to have my son um come home when he get home from work and kind of re-edit that thing and put it to get back together a little
There it
bit
is.
better. And I will keep the royal family updated. And um and then there's some other family issues that I'm also dealing with. I don't know if my family is listening. Oh yeah, we'll get that centered. Um, there's some other family issues that I'm dealing with, and
There go the link.
yeah, and that I'm having to tackle, and then I must get back to doing my videos and everything. And Amari is upstairs laying down right now, and what he did today was just stay really busy. And it impacted me more than it impacted him
Mhm.
uh, so far, and I know we all have our moments, but he said that he will he wants to talk to everyone because he don't feel like he can speak well. And I said, just talk. That's all you got to do. Just talk. You don't have, just be your natural self. And he's like, I may not say the right thing. And I just told him, just talk about it. That's all you got to do.
Mhm.
So this is just another hurdle that we have to deal with, like many things in the royal family that we have to deal with.
Mhm.
And I thank everybody for their support. Um, yeah, I do have a Cash App. Um, I can put that link in. Just give me just a moment to pull it up, because I know I have to keep that in mind. People like to donate in different ways. Let me see here. Let me pull that up. Give me just a moment. I'm
Mhm.
so off. I am off today.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's some tough news you got today.
Uh huh.
I
Let
think
me.
anybody would have, felt something.
What is my Cash App? Okay, I can't put that link. I haven't looked at my Cash App in so long. Okay, I'm on my Cash App, and all you have to do is just put my email in. Oh, I know what to do.
It should be dollar sign and whatever name you gave it.
Yeah, I got to go to my channel to get the link, because it's not coming up the way that I want it to come up.
Mhm.
That's the best way for me to do it. And then I got to make some adjustments on this other stuff that let me see here. Bear with me. Lord. And let me see here. Let me get this. And what kind of? Oh, there it is. I see. I forgot what it was, Lisa. I had
Mhm. Well, yeah, like I said,
yeah,
whatever name you gave it should have the dollar sign
yeah.
in front.
I have it now. I have it now. I
Oh,
have it now. And let me get back over here to. So here is the link to my Cash App with the dollar sign, like Lisa said. There it is. So that's what's going on with me, and that's all I can say at this point. And I will keep y'all posted and updated. I thank everyone.
oh, Astarte Jones, I'm really sorry. You had stage 2 colon cancer.
Oh my goodness!
Well, I'm glad you said you're cancer free now. Well, all praises to the Most High for that.
You said he looked like he's 45. Nah, he's knocking on the door of 70. But he takes real good care of himself.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everything. Wow. I appreciate y'all because y'all helped me a great deal when I initially was going through what I was going through. I spent 18 days in the hospital. It was a very humbling experience to
Mm,
have to learn how to rewalk. And my left foot is still numb. I can't feel my foot.
mhm.
What little I do feel, I feel like I'm walking on a golf ball.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right about that, Muhammad. To meditate, to exercise, to get fresh air, and all of that. That's important.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's important. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Does Omari, does he have other family members that had cancer? Is that something that runs on his side of the family?
I'm good. I Not that I know of.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to talk to him. I forget what Miss Santana passed of. You know what? I think his mom did have cancer.
okay.
Uh huh. Yeah.
I was
Now
just
that I recall, yes, she did. And then it's his both of his siblings passed, so he's the only one left alive, and um, I don't want to disclose what happened with his sister. That's kind of private.
Mhm.
And his brother literally died in front of us. We watched him die.
Mhm.
That was the first time I ever seen anybody die before my eyes. Um, his brother was diabetic and he didn't take care of it, and he started getting cold, and his brother was sleeping up against like some little makeshift heater and burnt himself, and he was in the burn unit.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we had to go to LA. They had him on life support and had to pull the plug. And when they pulled it, he started gasping for air and he died. And we watched the first process of it. And I was like, wow, this man is dying right in front of us. Yeah, that was something else to watch.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in again. Here's my Cash App. But one thing that I will do is keep y'all definitely posted. And that diabetes, you can reverse that. You can definitely reverse that. But we have to be careful
You already
about.
got donors. Look on the screen.
Uh-huh.
You got donors already.
Oh, I don't see it. I have
And
to
you
go.
see, I'm sharing the screen. You don't see it?
I have to go behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
Um, uh, uh, um. Oh yeah, I see it there now. Yeah, I
Okay.
see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted on what's going on and stuff. Hood Mistress, reach out to me. I want to see how you doing. Um, I hadn't seen you in a while, and I know I ain't been. I mean, I've been around, but I ain't been around. I just been, taking my own advice and dealing with my immediate situation.
Mhm.
That's what's been going on with me and
Right.
everything, and stuff. So I appreciate everyone, and I will try to make an effort um, by the end of this week to get on my channel and keep y'all posted and just talk about what I normally talk about. It's time for me to get back and start doing my videos. It really is. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Everything.
you do that when you're ready. Do that
Okay.
when you're ready because you're dealing with a lot,
Yes. Yes.
you know.
And I will get Amari to speak to as well.
Listen,
Um,
that's what you can do over on your channel.
yeah, I'll get him to do it.
Y'all can talk and whatever you put out, I'll post it in my community section. That way, a lot of people over here can see it.
Okay. All right. All right, my royal family. Like I said, I'm lost for words. Usually I can just run my mouth all day. Just to silent you for a minute. Just,
Mhm.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah. So I thank everyone.
Well, thank you. And I'll be in touch with you. You know I will.
Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, I love you very much. Thank you.
Oh, I love you too. All
Okay.
right, everybody. Thank you for being here. I know it was not a lot of notice, but we do appreciate that, you came and you're showing support, and that means a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude. And I will put the GoFundMe in my community tab. So anybody that's interested in making a donation, you'll see it right over there. And in the coming days, when True Royal puts a video out, I'll also all right, everybody. Shalom, family.
All right. Oh boy.